Liverpool and Manchester United interested in signing 26-year-old star. Talks expected to intensify in the coming weeks. Liverpool's position on the £75 million Premier League target after private Manchester United transfer meeting. Everything being said about Mark Guehi's future as Liverpool develops a clever plan to secure the deal. Hello, Reds fans. Check out the latest updates from the biggest club in the world. Liverpool and Manchester United are among the Premier League clubs showing interest in signing Bayern Munich defender Dayot Upamecano in the next summer transfer window. With both clubs looking to strengthen their defenses, the Frenchman presents an attractive option given his consistent performance and high-level experience. In addition to the English clubs, European giants such as Real Madrid and Paris Saint-Germain are also closely monitoring Upamecano's situation, highlighting international interest in the defender. At Bayern, he is considered a key player, and the management wants to keep him, recognizing his importance to the team. Although the club is willing to cover his base salary, the critical point in the negotiations lies in the signing bonus. According to a report by Bild, there has not yet been an agreement between Bayern and the players' representatives regarding the bonus amount. For comparison, Alphonso Davies received around £14.8 million to renew his contract, and Upamecano is seeking a similar figure. However, Bayern, under Max Eberl's guidance, has budget restrictions and is not willing to match that amount at this time. Even with interest from top clubs, Upamecano appears comfortable in Munich, suggesting that any decision on a potential transfer will be carefully considered. Talks are expected to intensify in the coming weeks, given the Frenchman's strong performances this season. Under Vincent Kompany's guidance, Upamecano has shown consistency and maturity, staying focused on the pitch regardless of off-field matters. At Liverpool, the need for defensive reinforcements is urgent, either in January or next summer. While the Reds have maintained interest in Mark Guehi, competition from other major clubs could make signing the young defender on a free transfer more difficult. In addition, Ibrahima Konate, whose contract is also nearing its end, may leave Anfield, increasing the need for defensive options. Upamecano presents himself as a solid option to strengthen the defenses of European clubs. While Manchester United has focused on attacking reinforcements, they may reconsider signing a top-level defender as a long-term replacement for Harry Maguire. Interest in the Frenchman is expected to grow if his renewal with Bayern does not progress, making the coming weeks crucial for his future. Liverpool is keeping a close eye on Bournemouth talent Anton Semenyo, currently valued by the club at £75 million. The Ghanaian forward is impressing again this season, starting the campaign with 2 goals at Anfield. Despite several of his key teammates leaving the Vitality Stadium last summer, Semenyo chose to stay at Bournemouth, continuing to shine under Andoni Irola's guidance. So far, he has scored 6 Premier League goals, only behind Erling Haaland, and his technical quality has been crucial in keeping the team competitive among the league's top sides. Liverpool's interest is reinforced by the admiration of sporting director Richard Hughes, who knows the player well and was responsible for signing him from Bristol City when Semenyo was still at Bournemouth. With a need to strengthen the attacking department and explore new offensive options, the Reds are studying the possibility of bringing the Ghanaian to Anfield, despite the complexity of integrating another forward into a squad already featuring Mohamed Salah, Cody Gakpo, and recent additions Hugo Ekitike, Alexander Isak, and Florian Wirtz. Meanwhile, Manchester United also showed interest in the player during last European summer, as did Tottenham. The Red Devils held meetings with Semenyo and Bournemouth representatives, including CEO Omar Barada and head of transfers Jason Wilcox, and even had a dinner in London with the United manager to assess the player's character and profile. United considered a £55 million offer, especially after Semenyo's excellent previous season, in which he scored 13 goals. However, Semenyo chose to stay at Bournemouth after realizing that Manchester United planned to offer him a lower salary compared to other targets. Additionally, manager Ruben Amorim strengthened Bournemouth's attack by signing Mateus Cunha and Brian Mbeumo, ensuring the team remained competitive. Liverpool's interest in Semenyo may seem surprising, but makes sense in the context of seeking new offensive alternatives and strategic reinforcements. Recently, Milos Kerkez also moved from Bournemouth to the Reds, but has struggled to make an impact at Anfield so far, with Andy Robertson often occupying the position ahead of him. The arrival of Semenyo could provide an opportunity to add pace, depth, and creativity to Liverpool's attacking line. Liverpool has no intention of giving up on signing Marc Guéhi in 2026 and is ready to present its plans to secure a deal, aiming to fend off Bayern Munich's concrete interest. A former Crystal Palace manager even mentioned which club he hopes the English defender will choose. Less than 9 months remain for Guéhi to become a free agent, and the 25-year-old defender is already emerging as one of the most sought-after stars in world football for next year. Established as one of the key players for both club and country, the competition to secure his services is just beginning. Liverpool nearly added Guéhi, who has 26 appearances for England, to their squad on the final day of the transfer window, but now faces competition from top Spanish clubs such as Real Madrid and Barcelona. The biggest threat, however, seems to come from Bayern Munich, which, according to Florian Plettenberg, has a concrete interest and has already held initial talks with the players' representatives. Despite this, Plettenberg emphasizes that Liverpool remains determined to complete the deal. Sky Sports reported that Crystal Palace is already preparing for Guéhi's departure, and while Real Madrid and Barcelona appear to have an edge in the race, Liverpool may consider a January approach to try and secure the player before the European giants, who would prefer to wait until the end of the season, sign him as a free agent. Liverpool is evaluating strategies to secure Marc Guéhi, either with a low bid in January or a pre-agreement for the summer, taking advantage of the player's desire to join the club. Nevertheless, experts like David Ornstein believe the Reds are unlikely to make any moves in January, preferring to wait until the summer of 2026, as the previous negotiation failed and Guéhi is expected to remain at Crystal Palace until then. Regarding the competition, Ornstein noted that clubs such as Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, and Manchester City are involved, making the situation highly competitive. Ben Jacobs added that Liverpool is maintaining internal discussions about potential defensive reinforcements in January, with 4 other names being considered in addition to Guéhi. Bayern Munich is a serious contender in the race for Marc Guéhi, interested in a free transfer in 2026, while clubs like Liverpool, Barcelona, Real Madrid, and Italian teams are also monitoring the defender. Guéhi keeps an open mind about his future, analyzing all options without rush, and despite disappointment over the failed transfer to Liverpool, he remains interested in choosing the best path for his career, considering Bayern as a potential alternative. Thank you very much for watching until here. See you next time.